Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm laying down some glue on the plaster on the riser here. Now you want to be messy. Let's put it that way. You want it messy. You want it smeared all over. So when you start laying that corkboard or foam, whatever you're going to use, I say if you're using that foam, you're going to be very rigorous and generous and not so generous, and you just want a good smooth coverage from one side to the other. I mean, it's very important because you don't want this thing coming unglued later on in the future. And you know this thing's kind of rigid and rough and bumpy. So, and you're going to put the glue also on the road bed itself. You got about 5 minutes. This will be setting up good and tacky. Instruction says 5 to 10 minutes on letting them sit without applying them. So I went ahead and see, I laid out my turn right here, and this is where the track ends, the iron part, the nickel silver ends at that line. So we got to get back in here with the road bed. So I'm gonna get some more glue on here, and if we run out, we'll just have to buy some more. I mean, it's a pretty good sized bottle, but you know,
you'll never know when you run out.
Don't cheat the system. Don't cheat the system. You run out, you just have to go buy more. It says there's a plenty in here, so I don't know. We're going to find out. Once we get done with using this stuff and there's any extra left, I will let you know. And like I said, you want a good spread. We'll stop about 1 inch back from the end of the plaster. If I have to, I might come back and put another piece of plaster so I'll make sure I got plenty. But I think we'll be alright. Now, I've not got every single little spot and divot in there, but I've got a good bit. And I'll be back in a minute. We're fixing to do the road bed. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Okay, I got my road bed out here. I went ahead and took a sandpaper and I kind of just filed down just a little bit. We still got a couple of rough places. I'll smooth that out with my fingers. It's hard to see with the camera, but you know, it ain't bad. You know, and ain't no railroad track perfect by no means. You go out in the real world, you're going to see low spots, high spots, rough spots, smooth spots. But anyway, we got it laid out here. I got extra, more than I need. Once I get these 4 pieces glued down going out through there, then I'll kind of have an idea how much more of this I need. So I'm going to hand the camera off to Cody here, and he's going to film me putting a little glue on here. On this stuff right here, I'm going to set it to the side, let it cure for about 5 minutes, and then we're ready to start sticking it on the glue I've already got setting over there. So here you go, Cody. So we'll just do 1 piece at a time here. I'm just going to run a pretty just a thin line, because it ain't going to take a whole lot for the road bed here. Get it out to the end. I'm going to take my little popsicle stick. I'm going to try my best to get it good, smooth, all the way down. Don't worry if it overhangs. If it runs off the sides, that's fine. But I don't want to see no cork whatsoever on this stuff. Now, I'm only doing the outside tunnel part that comes back to the inside. Reason is, give this stuff time to, if I try to do both of them at the same time, will glue be dry before we get there. So get a little bit more right there, son. Alright, I'm going to set this one to the side, and we're going to start on some more, and we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, y'all. We got started laying down the cork bed. I went ahead and put everything back on the marks, like I said before. Lined up where the track starts with the flex track. And I just put a few of my foam tacks down just to hold it in place. You start laying this down after about 10 minutes, it sticks real good together. But you still are able to shift it still. It moves if you need it to. So we're going to try to hold the camera here and lay this piece down and show you how it's done. So okay, I got this piece, bring it in, get it tied up against this piece and this piece. Make sure that it's lining up with my little, you see where I put my center marks out through there. Push down. Just slowly bend it in place. Lining it up. Try to zoom in a little bit, but went too far. Just holding right on that center mark. Just want to barely see the line. Push that down real good, make sure it's sticking down good. Close up your gaps. So maybe put a couple pins in so it don't move. You probably find some old books laying around or something, lay down on top of it, but these pins seem to be working pretty good. You can see it's going to kind of move a little bit right there. Just push it in. Get that down in there. And get us another piece. Got that up underneath the bridge. Bring it back. And just start squeezing them together. You ain't got to get it perfect right off. Just get it down in there. As you can see over there, pull it back. Now corks are never perfect. The edges don't always line up perfect. But when you put ballast down, you'll never see that. Never see that. Of course, this is up underneath the tunnel, so I'm not worried about that. Make sure that's still on that line. Bring that over to it. Now this one's the long section, so we're going to find our line right there. Barely can see it here, but I can see it. Right there's a line. It's good and straight. Push down good. That's where it's rising back up. Over to there. So we're going to have to add in about a 6-inch piece. I got some over there ready for trimming. I'm going to go ahead right here and put a couple of pins. Kind of help keep it from shifting. Alright, so let me get this piece measured out from here to here and get it cut right there, and then we'll lay it down, then we'll finish this piece out right here. Alright, here we go. So I got this piece from back here up to there now. Went ahead and went past where the track ends on the 18-inch radius. And this one's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to come right out there to the end of my glue. Right out to the end of the glue. Square that up. Mash down good, then we'll come back and put some pins and let it dry. So this one will be ready for track tomorrow, and we'll start gluing down the road bed up here. Until then, see you then. Okay, we got our first section down. It's dried. The glue on this plaster still like a tack. It's a tacky glue. That's what it is. So I mean, you can still peel it, but now it's not going to be pretty. You'd have to throw that cork away that you peel off. It just ain't going to work. But over here, I've got 4 more pieces ready to go over here on this top run now. The top run is actually a lot shorter than the bottom run. The bottom run took about 2.5 sections. Now, when I say 2.5 sections, remember your cork bed comes together in 1 section, not 2. And then you peel it apart. And I'm going to get to a video later on that. Or I might show you in this video how that peels apart. I think I got 1 piece left that I've not peeled away. But anyway, we're fixing to hand the camera over to Mr. Cody. He's going to hold the camera, and I'm going to show you how I'm laying down my cork row bed here. And remember, I told you you want to file down your edges right here, because this much of it right here is outside of the track, outside of the tunnel. I'm sorry. So up in here, I'm not too much worried about up in here and everything. But in here, I want it to be nice and smooth on the edges here, because when you peel this stuff apart, it leaves a bad spot right on that edge, right down through there, and then right down in there also. So I just took back of my trusty little sheetrock sanding sponge here, and I just lightly just scrub on it just enough to knock off the burrs. You see there's burrs laying here. I got burrs all in the trash. I'm sure some in the carpet. We got to get that up. But anyway, just wanted to show you a little update right quick. I'm going to hand the camera over to Mr. Cody. Mr. Cody, would you come over here? Alright, son, we're going to be working right over there. There you go. Now, this end I've already sanded on. I didn't do none on the inside down through there because, like I said, that's inside the tunnel. I'm not too worried about that. Now, once you place this down, it's sticking. Remember, here's the end of my, there it is. Here's the end of the plaster right here, that black mark. And I'm going to set back about 1 inch on this inside one. And I'm going to hit that center mark I made. And I'm going to press down on it. Then I'm going to find my other center mark, press down, my other center mark. I mean, if you can get, the more lines you get across through here before you put glue down, the easier this will be when you get ready to set your cork row bed. Now the other row bed that comes with the kit, now it's all 1 piece, and like I said, I didn't tend to kind of like to it because the fact that I laid some down, I put a little bit of glue, I laid it down, it just didn't want to cooperate with me. It did not want to cooperate. It just folds up too much, and it's just too much aggravation. And quietness, is this going to be quieter than the foam? I watched several videos on that and mixed reviews. Some like the cork, some love the foam. So either way, you're not going to see, watch where you're walking, son. You're not going to see the cork once you put your ballast down. So it really don't, as far as the aesthetics of the looks, that don't really matter. Alright, we're going to do our outside run here. Yep, this is the end I smoothed down some. It's got a little bit of kinks and rolls on. See if you can get in there, Cody. You see that right in there?
Yep.
Yeah. But that's not bad. That's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. Now, remember now, when we lay in our cork row bed, we want to set back at least 3/4 of an inch from your other one, because you get a better bite on your next piece that you go out here with. And all you want to do is bring this in, flush it up against the other piece, and push down. what I done here earlier, I went ahead and come down here and applied glue to the plaster. Then I applied glue to the cork road bed. And I let that sit for about 20 minutes this time. 20 minutes, and boy, I'm telling you now, it is sticking good. Sticking good. I'm not having none. So when I done this one on the previous video, I probably let it sit 10 minutes, and it was still trying to shift on. This right here, it's there. It is there. Can I peel it up? Yeah, I still can, but about an hour from now, that's going to be sitting down. Now, you want to make sure this is nice and flat. You don't want no ridges or lips. Now, there is another method of doing a road bed where you, on your outside turn, you would actually make this tilt up. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not going to run the trains that fast and nothing, so I might try to make it look kind of like that on the other side of the track, but in here in the tunnel, I think we're going to be good. So that's good and flat. Let's get another piece, Cody. Now, this piece we're going to have to cut once we're on there. So I found the smooth end that's down here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to come over here. I'm going to line it up right at the end of that one, real good and tight. Flush, flush. Stay on it. There. Whoa, it's sticking good, ain't it, son?
It already is sticking.
So we're going to get it on my center mark. Center mark. Center mark. Now we're getting out here to the end. I'm not going to press down there. What'd I do with them little scissors, son? Keep your work area clean. Keep your work area clean. You come right over here, son. If we're looking right here is the end of my plaster. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come back off of this one 3/4 of an inch. Hold my scissors square with a track bed. Cut it off. Get it on that mark.
The camera might die because it has a pretty low battery, so it might die soon.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to edit that part out.
And then we'll have to edit that out. Cameraman not supposed to tell me to talk. And the last piece. Yeah, we'll edit that out, son. Alright, here we go with the last piece. Push it right up against that other one. Don't worry about that glue that's oozing out or anything. That's fine. That's going to dry up clear as a bell. Now this one's already coming out right where I need it, so that actually worked out real good. Butt them up real good and tight. Alright, now we'll let that dry. We're going to pause the video and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start laying out my track for this section down here, going back around to the other side. I never did move this piece. I got it pinned in place and I got my track laid up there ready to connect to my flex track. Cody, can you get right here right quick? Now I am going to come in with my sanding paper block right there. I'm going to just lightly hit the top of these joints. Hit the top of them joints good. That way we make sure this feels. If you feel a high place anywhere, come back and just sand that down a little bit and that'll work out real good. So we're going to pause the video. We're going to charge the battery on the camera for a few minutes while I get everything laid out. Then we'll get some glue. We're going to bring you back. We're going to glue down some track. Be back in a few.